Are you seeing all the signs but still not getting your manifestation? Here is why. My love, let's talk about signs. I know how exciting it feels when you start seeing them. You see 1111 on the clock, you see a tarot reading that talks about you getting your desire really soon, you hear that one special song that reminds you of your person, you see a butterfly, a white feather, or maybe you hear a random stranger talking about the very thing you're manifesting. It feels magical, right? Like the universe is giving you a secret message saying, yes, it's coming, it's happening. But here is what I want you to really understand, my love. The sign is simply reflecting where you were internally at that moment. And let's go even deeper. Maybe you just finished the meditation where you felt completely connected to your desire. Maybe for a few minutes, you dropped all doubts. You just knew it was yours. You were calm, you were fulfilled. You weren't waiting or doubting, you were being. And then you looked at the clock and saw 222. Or then that song played. Or maybe someone randomly mentioned your person's name in a conversation you just happened to overhear. And immediately your heart jumped. You thought, this is a sign, it's happening, it's coming. But here is the deeper truth I want you to see. The experience, the mention of the name, was neutral by itself. It only became a sign because you labeled it as one. You gave it meaning. You decided this means my manifestation is close. It was your perspective in that moment that created the significance. You were already in a state of openness, excitement, hope, belief, and because of that internal state, you recognized the external experience as a sign. You named it, you labeled it. The outside didn't change first, you did. You were already leaning into the feeling that it's possible, it's happening. And because of that shift, the outside world reflected it back in a way that you could notice. But here is the trap that so many beautiful souls fall into. You see the sign, you get excited, and then you start waiting again. You start looking outside for more signs. You start wondering, when will it come? And without meaning to, you slip back into a state of lack, separation, waiting. This is why sometimes you can see tons of signs, but feel like nothing is really changing. When I first started manifesting my job, I kept pulling tarot cards that said success, victory, opportunities. I kept seeing angel numbers everywhere. And yes, it excited me, but then weeks passed and nothing was happening. Because deep down, I was still waiting, still checking, still needing proof. You see? It only shifted when I stopped caring about the signs, when I stopped asking, where is it? When I decided it's mine, it's inevitable. That's when the job offer came. Because the only real sign you ever need is your internal shift. That feeling where you just know, where you stop chasing, where you stop asking, where you start living as if it's already yours. My love, the moment you no longer need signs is the moment you become the biggest sign there is. Let's say you're manifesting a specific person. This is a huge topic nowadays. One day you're scrolling and suddenly you see a post that says they are thinking about you or a message is coming soon. You feel it, you know it, and in that moment it feels done. You're smiling, you're living as if they are already with you, but then the next day you start checking your phone, waiting for a message, feeling anxious because it didn't come yet. And what happened? You slipped back into waiting. You left the energy of having and fell back into lack. Because the post, my love, wasn't a prediction. It was a mirror of your internal shift, how you felt in that moment, how close you were to being the version of you who already had your SP. Now, let's look at another example. Manifesting a large sum of money. Maybe you see a YouTube video pop up out of nowhere titled, "Money is flowing to you effortlessly." Or you find the $5 bill on the street. Or someone randomly talks about winning the lottery. You feel excited. You think, oh my God, this is a sign. And in that moment, you're aligned with abundance. You're feeling wealthy before seeing the evidence, which is nice. But again, after seeing the sign, you'll start wondering, okay, when is it coming? When will I get it? You unknowingly push it away. Because you shifted out of having into waiting. My love, signs aren't rewards. They are not permission slips either. They are simply reflection of the moments when you're most connected to your power. They are not guarantees. The outside world is always mirroring your internal state in each moment. The true arrival of your manifestation happens when you don't need signs anymore. When you become the person who naturally expects their desire to unfold. When you stop looking for evidence. Because why? Because you are the evidence. My love, if you're ready to manifest like a powerhouse, smash that subscribe button. Your next level is calling. And we are just getting started. Love you. Bye.